Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for being here. Another video, another day. I want to go through the morning gaps with you guys today. So I do have like 3 or 4 videos out on this stuff already. This is based off of the trades for October 4th. I sent out, and usually when stuff gaps out, I will let you guys know. I'll send out the gap videos. I'll say, hey, great day to play the gap, or, you know, here's how we play the gaps. This is just another video. So today was a really excellent day if you were looking to play the gaps. And when I first saw this stuff, I never really traded. I still don't trade it very often. But when there is gaps, this is the perfect way to play the market. And now again, as I always talk about probabilities, this stuff isn't 100% foolproof, and no trade, no strategy is. There's risk involved with everything. But we're going to walk through with you guys and show you just the different setups that were available to you. I will ask one thing. I put these videos out for free for you guys, so I ask in return that you let the ads roll through. Those ads pay for this stuff to continue to be free. So I'm going to thank you in advance for doing that, and then we're going to rock through these plays. And I'll go through as many as I can. We'll walk through them, and we'll see where you guys could have got in, where you could have got out, and how you would have managed it. So the very first thing we can look at is NEO. So NEO originally, so this is the first 15-minute bar on NEO, and we gapped up on NEO from the day. So if we go back to the day to take a look, this is where we opened on NEO, is right here, which is obviously above that gap. Okay? So now if we go back to the 15-minute chart, and I'm going to put this back in place. Okay. So basically what you guys would be looking for is, we're looking for a break. Okay, a break of this. Once this first 15-minute bar opens and closes, then we're looking for a break. If it breaks to the downside, okay, if we break to the downside, we're going to take that trade. Okay, but if it breaks to the upside, we're going to take that trade. If it's making sense, hopefully let me know in the comments down below, and we can always answer your questions. So this bar opens up here, it closes down here, and then we move on to the next bar, and we get this inside bar. So there's no clear direction. We don't have a 2 up, we don't have a 2 down. We're stuck with this inside bar. So how do we play that inside bar? So now you're either taking the break of the top of that inside bar or the bottom of that inside bar. That becomes our new trigger. Okay, so what happens on this one, when the third 15-minute bar of the day opens here, and we go through that trigger, okay? And then we're through that first target. And then we have the next target up here. So now there's a few ways that we can play this. So this target is marked out at the next top of the wick. That wick is down below, as you can see on that dotted line. So there's no target there. So we move up to this next target. Now, where do you guys put your stop losses? And as we go through these trades, we're not going to spend as much time with them as we are right here. And let me change this color to red. Okay, so now we've broken through that trigger. And as this thing goes up, guys, so we break through the trigger, then you can make your trigger your stop loss, this red line. You can make that your stop loss, or maybe just a little bit below, so you have a little bit more opportunity. But that doesn't happen. We keep on trending right up through. So now that target becomes your stop loss. Okay? So if this thing comes up and comes back down, and let me tell you this, I have no problems with you guys taking profit up in this range. It doesn't matter. You want to take some profit because you only have a few contracts, take your profit. So this big green candle closes, and then this red one opens. So when that red candle closes, all we do is we move our stop to the bottom of that candle. And then when we open here and we come back through, you're out of that trade. And it's that easy, guys. We trigger, we target, and we're out. Okay? Trigger through the yellow line. We moved our stop losses from the trigger point to the target to the bottom of the candle and out. Winning position on a Tuesday. Okay? That simple. Let's go to the next one. And I've gone through these, guys. There's only a few that didn't work out the way we would have liked. So again, that was our original trigger on the daily chart. So this is our first 15-minute candle. We're looking for it. What happens on that first 15 minutes? So we open, we come down, we tag, we fill the gap, and we come back up. And we close here. So when we're looking for our trigger, it goes to the top. Change that color. It goes to the top of the wick. Like so. Okay? And then you have to go back. How far back? That's the question, to find your targets. Okay, so that's the original trigger. So the only target that we have on that 15 is right there. Let's make it green. And then let's open up another candle so we can find our stop loss. And this is the last one where I'll kind of put these lines on here, and then we're just going to walk through the rest without the lines. So this is our opening candle. We look for the break, and by break I mean we're just looking for it to trigger above the next. We're looking for this candle to trigger above the wick or below the wick. So we broke above, then we have a stop loss. Okay, our trigger, or just below that trigger, is our stop loss. Then we come up. Then this next candle opens. Okay, and we go through that target. Now, that becomes our stop loss. Or, if you're like, no, I'm willing to accept more risk, then when this candle closes, the bottom of that candle becomes your stop loss, and you're out for a little bit of a win. But you should have had a bigger win because your stop loss should have been at that target. Okay? And for a win, again, on Coca-Cola, ticker symbol KO. BIDU. Guys, the same thing happened. Look, we opened this first 15-minute candle. As soon, I can't help but putting these, I love these things. As soon as we break the top of that wick, we're in. Okay? And then we run it up. And then we've got an inside bar. Okay, then we've got another inside bar. So that becomes our stop loss. Now that becomes our stop loss. And we trend down and we're out. And did you miss some profit up here? Yeah, you did. But the thing is, guys, you are never going to be 100% right on every trade. You're not going to be able to call the tops and call the bottoms on a trade. It's just because you don't know. We just don't. And it's a really hard thing to do, and you can't do it consistently. What you can do consistently, though, is make the trades from here to here. Okay, 122.67 to 123.20. That's a good options play. It's a good play on options. That's good money. Okay, if you can do that consistently, guys, with this strategy, with the strat, you'll be successful in your trading. Here's another one. Okay, the first 15-minute bar. We trigger, we're in. I gotta do it. I can't not do it. I'm just gonna do the stop losses though. Okay, so we trigger. As soon as we trigger, you know what? Where did we open here? Closed and open, and we ran all the way up. So where does your stop loss go? It goes to where we triggered. Okay, so we're through. We don't come back through that trigger, and then we move our stop loss up. That red candle closes, we move our stop loss up. That inside bar closes, we move our stop loss up, and we're out. Another winning position, 124.21 to 125.10. Okay, another winning trade. Palantir, PLTR. This one worked. It worked in the opposite direction. Okay, we go in the opposite direction. Let me change this for you guys so we do it real quickly here. We look for the break of that first 15-minute candle. Okay, and we get it. Then we get another one, a break down to the downside. Now, when we're looking for our stop losses, how do we manage that? Okay, this candle's already closed. Stop loss, top of the candle. Let's put some targets in. This one's a little different, so we make sure we have targets in here for you guys because we're going on puts this time, not calls. Okay, and do we have one further back? We don't. That's it. Okay, and then we can mark out another one here and another one, which I don't think we get there anyways, but we'll mark it out. Okay. So we trigger, and then we just we trigger and come back through. Now again, this one you might possibly have gotten stopped out here, okay, because that wick came out. And I don't want to sugarcoat this for you guys. It depends where you guys put your stop loss. So from 848 to 852, that's not a great distance. So I would have let that thing play out to see where it goes. I probably would have been looking at a 50% marker on this candle just because it wasn't overly, it's not an overly big dollar value from 860 to 8, you know, where do we trigger from? 848. So now this green candle closes and we put our stop loss there. And then we put our stop loss there. And then we put our stop loss there. But we've gone through the target. So again, even on this candle here, you could have put your stop loss at that target. Okay? Let me move this down right there. You could have put it at that target. And as we came through, down below that target and back up, you would have been out of that trade. So you would have created another winning position. Or if you had your risk a little bit higher and you waited, you had a target here where you could have had your stop loss and a target here where you could have had a stop loss. But another win, another trade you guys should have won on. WFC, same thing. We take the trigger, we come up, and at worst case, we're out at break even. Okay? Break even. We had to go back to find targets. And the closest target was way up there. So we wouldn't have hit a target. Call it a loss on WFC. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 5 of 6. Okay? 5 of 6. Then we move into square. Look at this. This thing was amazing. Okay? First 15-minute bar. We open and we're gone, 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 gone. This is where you guys should have had your stop loss. Okay, and I'll show you how that works. Again, we come through right there. We triggered. Okay? Came through the trigger. This candle's your stop loss. This candle's your stop loss. Then this candle's your stop loss. Then this candle's your stop loss. Then this candle's your stop loss. Right here. Comes through and you're out. Did you call the top? Not a chance. But a really, really great trade. And worst case, even if you trended back and marked out each one of these targets, that would have been okay too. Okay, and those targets then, either the candlestick or the targets become your stop losses. Okay, and we'll go back and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, target, 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 target. It's that easy, guys. It's that simple. Okay, so there was a lot of these plays. We'll skip through these real quick, but here's one on AFRM. Inside bar. Then we finally broke that inside bar and came back up. So AFRM would have been a losing trade, but that's 2 out of the first, 10 that we've gone through. Here's a winning one. Okay? Target, win, win. Worst case, you're out there. Very worst case. And you're out with a small win. Moderna. And guys, I don't care. I don't care if you're 2% or 500%. You have to follow the strategy. You have to follow what the candlesticks are telling you to do. So again, we trigger, we come up. I don't know if there were targets in here. Worst case, you get out here or you get out at your original trigger. It's a small loss on Moderna. SoFi. We've got this candle here that opens. Then we have the inside bar. Then we take the break of the inside bar. And we're up. Then inside bar, break. Then an inside bar. And we're out. Winning position. Now, I don't have targets marked. So, again, you could have taken profit at those targets. Apple. How did Apple do? First 15-minute bar. Then we have an inside bar. Then we take the break of that inside bar. And we run up. And worst case, very worst case, you're out at 145.71 from 145.30. Okay? Good options play. AMC. I could go through these all day and just continue on. But this one here, we triggered. And again, this was a poor play. And you wouldn't have won on it. But we're well over 75% win rate on these plays that we've gone through so far. So guys, I've got like a 5-video playlist on how to play gaps. If you're interested on it, go check it out. I'll put it at the end of this video on the bottom right. The SPY trades that we've been going through, the SPY series, will be on the top right. So go check out those videos. Subscribe down below. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and a comment. Follow me on Twitter and get it on the Discord. The link is in the description below, the Griswold Trading Discord. Good luck in your trading journey, guys, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.